as I sat beneath the willow tree, I decided upon that day to woo a lady. I went to the florist and I said to she, I need a flower for today, I'll be a wooing a lady. I shall hold this flower beneath her nose, it should smell as sweet as a rose. She said, for this I'd recommend a rose. For a rose-scented flower, I'd probably go with a rose. I said, it sounds exactly like what I need, I think I'll take one of those. I went to the tailor for to buy some clothing of the latest style, which at the time was tights and pointy boots. You know those really tight tights and those wrinkled picker type of pointy type of elfish kind of boots. I got the tightest tight tights and the pointiest wrinkled pickery boots. Dresser cut my hair. He said, I'll cut it like the page boys wear, just a straight line across the brow. I'll get a ruler and some scissors and I'll do it for you right now. Now this is the point I've got to tell you, that this is a very hard look if you're trying to woo a lady. True. I needed a horse, so I went to the stable. I said, stable man, would I be able to hire a horse on which to woo a lady? He said, sire, there are some things I need. 1 florin, 2 forms of ID. I said, alas, I have no ID with me. Who even carries ID in 1353? I maketh not the rules, quoth he. Mother make for me a very dodgy tapestry, and I gave it to him and he said, sure, you can have this horse on which to woo a lady. Just a massive, massive horse to woo this lady. Then from the hilltop I did view a lady, and I knew exactly what to do. And I went. Woo, 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 I woo you. Woo, 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 lady. I said woo, 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 I'm wooing you. Woo, 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 this is how I woo you, lady. I thought it was pretty good. Classic wooing. The lady then said unto me, you can't woo me so easily. It takes more than going woo, 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 woo to woo a lady. I said, but lady, look beneath your nose. I have a rose-scented flower that they call a rose. And I have this large, massive horse and the tightest clothes. All of these things I do to woo you, lady. She said, the horse is big and the tights are fun, but the hairdo's a little 1351. And in fact, it makes you look a bit like a lady. She said, if you want my hand in marriage, well, here's where it changed. Here's where everything went apart. She said, I am to be married to the king. We are to be wed this coming spring. If you want my hand, you'll have to challenge him to those things with those horses with those pointy things. You know, those things where they charge at each other and target each other and they stab each other in the chest and they puncture each other's lungs in a round circle thing where they kill each other, and then if you win, then you can marry me. So at this point I was just like Is that the time I must be on my way? I'm late for a medieval play, but if it's the same to you anyway, I'll just say I wooed you, lady. And besides, I'm heading back to the village right now. I'm going to tell everybody that I wooed you. Yeah, that I wooed you, lady. And I went woo, 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 woo. I just wooed you. Woo, 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 you, lady. And I said woo, 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 woo. I just wooed you. Woo, 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 woo. This is about the time in 1353, and this is exactly how they wooed the ladies. Scene. Well, I hope you guys learned something from that. Very, very historically accurate song right there from Flight of the Conchords. Thank you very much for listening to that little history lesson. Poor guy. I mean, what could he have done differently? I mean, you know, did he win in the end? Maybe. Maybe.